I'm so happy for 2021, and I know that 2022 is going to be better. I was very intentional. I do know that I have been intentional for the most of my life. And when I say intentional, it means that I plan a thing and then I leave the rest to God. I'm not that person who sits down and says, this is what I want from 1 to 100. But in my head somewhere, I know where I'm going. But the last 2 years, I've been very intentional. I've said, I want to grow the business. I want to get like 5-star reviews. I want my kids to pass their exams. I want a happy home. I want to be more helpful to my husband because he has a busy job as well. I want to be present at home. And this year has been that year where I found a very good balance. Don't get me wrong, I have had a good balance, but this year I was very intentional. So my son had A+, he had 9s in GCSEs. We celebrate him. My other son, he wrote 11+, and he passed all 7 exams, and we're waiting for the second stage for one of the schools. And I thought I would share this because if you do not know, when I first started this channel, I used to put 11+ videos up, and a lot of parents really wanted those videos. I used to have them on my old channel, so I thought, why not put it on my new channel and encourage parents to try to get the best for their children. I'm not saying that your children need to go to a grammar school or a private school or anything like that. What I'm saying is find your kids what they're good at. If they're good with dancing, register them in a dancing school. My daughter loves to draw, so we always have paper and pen. Try to be intentional. These are little things that you can do. The corona has taught us a lot. You always thought you never had time, but you do have time, and I have found time this year to do the things that I want, and I'm so glad. My business has been so good, tripled, times 2. What's the word? If this motivates you, go for it. Never think I'm that person who will never get there. I would never achieve. I would never finish law school. I would not pass that exam. I would not pass by exams. Where do you as a person flourish? And I've been so intentional this year. I've had so many court hearings, and when I came to court today, the usher knew my name. Even before I said what my name was, I just started saying what the name of the firm was, and he completed it. The judge knew my name very well, and at some point he said, when I go past your office, and I was like, sorry, did you just say when you go? He said, yes, I go past your office all the time. He was trying to say to the other party to make sure that the order was drafted and that I got it on time. And he said, you have not come from far. And I said, not really. But then he went on to say where my office was, and I thought, wow, you would always think that you're very small and no one notices you. Guess what? But they notice you. My point is, you're not too small. Start something and be diligent at what you do. If there's something I've learned, is to be diligent. Clients love it when you're diligent. Clients love it when you say, I'll call you at 9, and you call them at 9. Whether you're in law school, whether you're in secondary school, because a lot of you are in secondary school, and you blow my mind when you already know what you want to do. I have a lot of people send CVs and all of that to the office. Some of them are like 12, 11. And I'm like, whoa. And that's what I do for my kids as well. I give them, jobs here and there to do for me because they're going to go into the business world one day. Even things like waking up on time. Don't get me wrong. I sleep quite late, but I'm never late for anything. These are things that you can instill into children or even into yourself. I'm just going to wrap up for the rest of my year. I'm going into the office. It's going to be very bad lighting. And to think that I've been online for this long and the judges know my name, the clerks know my name. It's interesting. It doesn't mean you win a case, and it doesn't mean they favor you, but the fact that they know your name and they don't go, you, that is something. Because sometimes judges can know your name for bad paperwork, bad representation, bad everything, bad advocacy, and that's not a good thing. But today just really, really made me happy. So I'm going into the new year really intentional, God willing, and I rely on him for everything that I do. But I'm making a conscious effort to be a better person to others, to myself, to my family, to be present for them. I could go on and on and on and on, but I wish you a happy new year, and I say all the best for the new year. Write your goals, run with them. One day I will discuss my goals with you. You might not understand them, but when I read some things that I wrote a day before the new year, because in my home we write what we want for the new year on paper and we run with it. I'm not the best planner. I'm not that person who says it has to be like this, it has to be like that. I have to be married by 26, by 24. I have to have my children. But no. I can't plan like that. And when I meet people who plan like that, I'm normally like, whoa. But when it comes to work, believe me, I plan like that. I plan to be somewhere at a particular time. I give some contingency time. I plan to speak to a client at a particular time. I've planned to go tick, tick, tick. That way I can go home and have a balanced life with 4 beautiful children and a lovely husband. If he ever gets to watch this, I love you, darling. Who knows? I might take this off, but I might just leave you on. All right. The bell just went. Every time I have the phone on, there's a bell somewhere. You see the bell there? Put on your bell, it says. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you here. We're gonna win no matter what. Keep winning. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll leave you here. Have a happy new year, and bye for now. I'll leave a comment. You know I must read your comments. So leave them down below. Bye. Happy New Year.